All right, hey, this is Act 2 of the podcast. We're getting right back into it. If you missed Act 1, go back and listen to that thing. Otherwise, this isn't going to make any sense. Okay, see ya. Anyway, there is a picture of the guy. He's a goddamn legend, and we love him forever. We owe him so much. Megan says the photo is on Reddit. It is? All right, if you get it, send it my way. I don't have the ability to look for such a thing. Oh, wait a minute. And then Blue State Rob says, be careful, though. It gives the story away. All right, yeah, because it's in meme form. Well, what I'll do here is I will remove the words there and send it to myself. Just so you can get a face that goes with the story. Some of you already have that story, so you know what's up. This is incredible. The thing about Gary is everything went so smoothly up until when things got off the rails in that story. So when the phone call came in, from my perspective, and I was in this chair when I got the phone call, I wasn't podcasting, but I was working on podcast-related things like I always do. And then the intense feelings that I had, I don't want to say whether they were good or bad to give. I don't want to give anything away, but the intensity of the feeling that I had when he was explaining to me certain issues that I was so flabbergasted. What a legend. There he is. A little bit older than me, not much. And you see that face? That's a face of a champion. That's a face of a guy who's all business and just knows what's up. See this mannequin behind him? He made that mannequin look like $1 million. That's a guy who's closing deals. That might even be taken when he was calling me, that picture, when he's on the phone. That's why he looks the way he looks. But that's Gary. And Gary's a champion. Rebecca says, poor Gary doesn't even know how famous he is. Okay. Thank you to my sponsors that help make this free podcast the free podcast. I appreciate them as always. Thank you to my good friends over at Merchant Automotive. So if you're the type of dude who rides around town in a badass truck with a Duramax engine or an Allison transmission or both, you're loving life, okay? You're doing things like supporting ICE and maybe running over liberals and other stupid shit, okay? But if something goes wrong with that truck, you want to get that thing repaired. You're going to try your hardest, and then you're going to ruin it. And then you got to take it over to Merchant Automotive in Zeeland, Michigan. Their website is merchant-automotive.com. They fix all vehicles that have Duramax engines or Allison transmissions. That's what they specialize in. They are the best. There's only one. It's them. The rest aren't worth your time. It's ridiculous. Merchant Automotive, number one, by you, the consumer, for the job that they do with your Duramax engine or your Allison transmission. While you're there, they're probably going to advise you to head over to their website, kind of like I am now. Now, if you're a DIY pro, this is essential. This is something that you gearheads do. You work on your stuff. And they're like, look, you got to get kitted. And I'm like, what is that? And they go, well, people that are mechanically inclined, unlike you, Eric, work on their shit. So they get kits, hundreds of complete kits for every Duramax, from transfer cases to injectors, head gaskets, and beyond. From the shop to your garage, our kits are built by Duramax pros. These are all fabricated in-house. So if you shop by category, look at all this stuff. Air intake, axle and differential, brakes and braking systems, cooling systems, engine, exhaust, all of these things. You can shop online at merchant-automotive.com or call them at 616-772-9551. You got any questions? But they'll take care of you. They are great. Thank you so much to Eric Merchant and everybody over at Merchant Automotive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Frank Fuss wants to help you with your Obamacare policy. So you've got your health care through healthcare.gov or the Affordable Care Act, like I do. People who use that are people who were recently let go from jobs. Maybe you're in between jobs. Maybe you're self-employed. Maybe your boss does not offer health care. You still need health care. Get it through the Affordable Care Act. Now, you could go to healthcare.gov and do it all yourself, but why? Have an expert do it for you and make sure that there's no mistakes. And I say why, I mean it, because it doesn't cost you anything for Frank's services. Okay? There are hundreds of insurance companies that he works with, and if you are put into one of the policies that he represents, he gets paid by the insurance company. Thus, his services are free. So, this is what you need to do. Go to appointmentwithfrank.com. That is appointmentwithfrank.com. New Beck says it's like a travel agent of healthcare. It's a great way to describe it. Rebecca says, do you think Gary ever had to break up fights caused by family drama? You know, I don't know, but if he had to, he'd be great at it. Maureen says, easy, did you smash your finger or something? I see an owie. No. It's my middle finger. So it looks like I'm actually giving you the finger. This is what happens when you chew your cuticle and then you chew some of your skin meat. All right? That's what that is. It does not hurt at all. Well, it's a little tender. But you shouldn't do that. It doesn't hurt at all. It looks worse than it is. But thank you for being concerned about me. It's because you love me. All right. For audience members who are enjoying the show on Facebook, Kick, or YouTube, I got to send you on your way. I want you to go to my free platform, Twitch. All right? Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Facebook pays nothing. Kick and YouTube pay nothing. Twitch pays me. So if you sign up on Twitch, you're paying me just by being there. You don't have to lift a finger. Go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Hit follow. Then you can chat away like the chatter you are while I do the show. It's basically my request/text line. That's how I interact with you. Okay? And you are part of the audience. Now, if you do nothing, you will see commercials from time to time. Those commercials actually generate cash for me. So thank you for that. Problem is, it interrupts my show. I don't want him to interrupt I don't want the Gary story to be interrupted or any of his Paul Harvey-like stylings. What do I do to get rid of the commercials? If you have an Amazon Prime account, You link it up. Easy how? I don't know. I'm not on your end, so I can't even give you guidance on there. Some of these amazing audience members know how to do it. I couldn't even tell you where to begin. I think that if you search, how do I link my Amazon Prime to Twitch on YouTube, you can find it. It's there. That's what Murder Lover Linda is suggesting. Just Google it. It's all there. Now, easy, I don't have Amazon Prime. You can pay $5 a month or $5.99 or some shit. And then that'll do it. But I hate even bringing that up, frankly. Man Bun Chris says, if you don't have Amazon Prime, just comment for 5 years and you'll get 500,000 points to comment. Yeah, you can only comment if you're subscribed or if you have man bun points like Chris does there. But Chris, do you get commercials? Are you subscribed? I don't think you are subscribed. Chris he's frugal. You know, he's not. He wants to spend his money on anything but this, and I don't blame him for that. But do you have to sit through commercials? Because that would suck. He says only when on video. Like right now. Like this is on video. That's what I'm asking you. He says hair products, easy. You know, we are one day closer to soccer with the Michigan Rangers. Which, by the way, I really want, and Man Bun Chris says, no, I'm audio only, Toon Man. Like right now, you're audio only? Like you're not seeing me? So wait a minute. Hold on. I'm learning something here. Are you telling me that like you're not watching and you're just listening? Because if that's the case, don't you hear ads from Twitch at some point at inconvenient times where they just drop in out of left field? I guess I'm in the dark about what I've been doing for the last 7 years. Maureen says, stop asking him all these questions. He will run out of points to comment. I'll be back in a second, okay? But, all right, let me, okay, Chris writes, no, the commercials are less for some reason, only at the beginning. It's odd. Nick answers my question that it took Man Bun Chris a year to answer. Yeah, you can listen audio only live on Twitch or chat only on phone while watching on my TV app. I like that. Nick just gets right to it, you know? Fucking Chris has to send 15 different messages. I'm kidding. All right, before I do anything else, let me kick people out. You're gone. Facebook, Kick, and YouTube have left the premises. And now it's break time. Stand by. I will return. All right. Hey, one more thing. O'Neill's got to go potty, so this might take a little bit. So, folks on Twitch, if you're subscribed, you can chat. But some of you aren't subscribed. How are they chatting? I don't know how it happens, but they get Twitch points, I guess, and they accumulate for the times that you spend enjoying the show. And for some of you, it's quite substantial. Like hundreds of thousands of points. And when you earn those points and then you're not subscribed and you want to chat, you can redeem points. Now, what I'm learning is when you redeem those points that you've earned, I actually get money for that. Unless I'm getting that wrong. If any of you, that's far as I understand. I guess I could look it up. Stevie says, I have 597,000. Bob has well over 1 million. Megan says, so we should be using our points. I think. How about I look this up? Twitch users points for cash. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might be wrong on that. In fact, I'm going to take that off the record. I need somebody to tell me who knows a thing or two about Twitch. I don't even know what they're called. I mean, I've called them Twitch points, but I don't even know if that's a technical term. Do any of you know of a technical term that they have? I don't even know how to word it. Twitch points redemption. Do creators get cash from Twitch point redemption? No. I don't even know why I'm fucking suggesting that. No, creators don't directly get cash from channel point redemptions because points are a free in-platform currency with no real-world monetary value. These redemptions drive engagement, leading to subscriptions, bits, and donations, cash that do pay creators. Okay. By making streams interactive and rewarding loyalty, creators set up custom rewards like Make Me Dance that viewers redeem points for. Okay. Which boosts viewership, community, and ultimately monetization. Channel points are earned by viewers just for watching and engaging, not by spending money. So I couldn't have been more wrong. You did not make me any money by redeeming your Twitch points. However, I think their point is that if you're encouraging the use of that, let's say they love engaging with you by redeeming their points and then writing messages or whatever. And then you say, you don't need to use your points if you're subscribed. You're getting people to subscribe. I guess. To me, it seems like a pain in the ass. Like if I said, all right, I will show you my asshole if each of you give me 1,000 Twitch points, channel points. I'm not actually making anything. It's just a way to get you, And I'm not doing that. I'm not getting involved. Well, I mean, I probably will show you my asshole at some point, but I didn't get into this to do that nonsense. I got into this to basically just be a fuckface, and if you like it, then you'll subscribe. That's all I can do. I don't want to do any more than that. I have to stick with my strengths. If I'm on here saying, yeah, do this and convert that and give me these, and then you might do that, and then maybe do this, fuck it. I can't. That takes away time when I could be talking about Gary or showing you the dogs. And ultimately, that's why we're here. We're not here for stupid points. We're not here for anything more than crack a couple jokes, be insulting, and that's about it. That's what I've done for the last however many years. I come in spurts, a.k.a. Jeff, says it's not for millennials either. LOL. I have no idea how to use Twitch. Well, you're here. That's all you need. What more do you need? New Beck says, Lord, I'm a digestive disease nurse. I've seen way too many. You're a digestive disease nurse. That is, so you're probably would have been involved in a scenario like I had with my lovely wife, Pooh Bear, when she had her gallstone attack last month. I'm guessing. She says sometimes, yeah. Poor thing. New Beck, there's a lot of stories you have to get caught up on. This is like an AA whenever we're at the meetings and we get like a new person in. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but the protocol is when you get a new drunk in, you have to have a new person meeting. It's a very specific type of meeting. And there's a reason for it. And I won't say anything more about that. It's kind of like that with a new audience member here. But poor Pooh Bear just had her gallbladder removed after a massive attack of gallstones. She woke me up at 11:30 p.m. on one given night, a couple days before Christmas. She says, I'm in intense pain. I'm so hurting. Something's wrong. Will you take me to the hospital? And I said, no, sleep it off, which is not of my nature. Normally, I would never do that. But for some reason, I was in a mood to be the worst husband in America at that point. That's the only logical explanation. Because I'm normally very protective. But I wasn't at that point. 3 hours later, she's just been crying for 3 hours. She comes back. She says, I need you to take me to the hospital. If you can't, I have to go ask the neighbor to take me to the hospital. And I'm like, oh, God, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I've been trying to get back in her good graces since then. I actually worked very hard in her care after the surgery. Stevie says, and you bailed on the great food giveaway. Yeah, I don't like the tone of that comment. I didn't bail. I wasn't there because I was caring for my wife. What the hell is that? The point has been made many times that I often rush the dogs to the hospital, but I did not rush my wife to the hospital. Yes, that's true. New Beck, who's like the shiny new toy here. Sorry. She says, I used to be a heart and lung transplant nurse. That is interesting work. We have a audience member, Tyler, Tyler, how did you do on those boards? I think that's what they're called. Isn't that where you've done all your studying? And you then take a test, and rather than call them tests, they call them boards. And if you pass, then you're like, yes! And you're off, your earning potential goes much higher. He says NCLEX, NCLEX. Is that how I say it? Taking it tomorrow. And then Newbeck says, ugh, NCLEX. Okay, that's going to freak out Spooky Tyler. NCLEX. NCLEX. You're taking your NCLEX. So, hey, how'd you do on the NCLEX? That's how you say it. All right, well, you've prepared. You should be able to do this. You were built for this moment. Don't fuck it up. Megan says, it's what I tell my kids. Try not to suck. Tyler says it's going to be embarrassing as fuck if I don't pass. All right. Now, I want you to wrap your mind around this concept. Expect the worst and hope for the best. That way, when you pass, and you will pass, it's going to be awesome. But if you fuck it up, you've already gotten your brain in that frame of mind. It's fantastic. It is a preemptive move. Tyler, known as Spooky Tyler because he's so goddamn shy, says this testing center is my dream come true. Nobody allowed to talk or look at each other. You'll probably have a boner the whole time you're taking the test. Newbeck says, so many of my cohorts failed. It's okay. More practice. Yeah, if you fail, you can do Jocko Willink. Good. Honey, it's me, Spooky Tyler. I failed. She's going to go, good. More time to get better. I think with
Planet
that
Fitness
as a backdrop, we need maybe an opportunity to go back and actually maybe fire you up for this by playing the 2-minute plus clip of Jocko Willink, the segment known as Good. Now, some of you may know, you may not know. Jocko Willink is a he was a Navy SEAL. And when you are a Navy SEAL, something happens to your psyche. You become like this guy is, Jocko Willink. It'd be foolish for me to try to explain his mentality. You'll get it the second I start playing it. But he's a guy who his show is steeped in a lot of what you're about to hear. He's like ultra prepared. He's battle tested. He's hardened steel, if you will. Hey, this is Eric Zane, and your information is being sold online. You know, the personal stuff. Search your own name. It's surprising what's out there. That's because people are taking your information and they're selling it. I've got a way to make all of your personal information disappear. You are not for sale. Whether you agreed to it or not, that information is available for people to buy and sell. Not okay. It's 100% true. Data brokers make billions selling your private details, and you get nothing. You don't even get a choice. Aura lets you fight back. AURA. They remove your personal data from broker sites and keep it off. Aura also alerts you fast if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura is more than just data broker removal. It's a full digital security suite that protects every part of your life online. Aura gives you a VPN to stay private, antivirus to block threats, a password manager to keep login safe, and spam call protection to cut off the scammers. Aura also scans the dark web for your most sensitive info like your social security number, bank logins, and passwords, and notifies you instantly if they are exposed. And if your identity is ever stolen, you're backed up by up to $5 million in insurance and 24/7 U.S.-based fraud support to help you recover quickly. And right now, you can try Aura free for 14 days when you visit aura.com/remove. AURA.com/remove. That's enough time for Aura to start removing your personal information from data broker sites. Sign up today at aura.com/remove. aura.com/remove and get the peace of mind that your privacy, identity, and finances are safeguarded. aura.com/remove. Certain terms apply. See the site for details. And he's going to fire you up right now and get you ready for everything you need to know about this fucking test when it comes to your mind.
One of my direct subordinates, one of my guys that worked for me, he would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. And finally one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem. And he said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. He said, that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good. And I said, well, yeah. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it.
Exactly.
Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good.
Child got mauled by a dog? Good. It's going to be something good that comes out of that.
Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better.
9/11 happens. You're in the building. Good.
Oh, mission
Something's good is going to happen from that.
got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get funded. Didn't get the job you wanted. Got
Asteroid hit the planet. Good.
injured. Sprained my ankle. Got tapped out? Good.
Good.
Got beat? Good.
It's good.
You learned. Unexpected problems? Good.
Like Asteroid. That is perfect.
We have the opportunity to figure out a solution.
All those people that jumped out of the Twin Towers, they had good days, according to Jocko. Good things happened to them that day.
When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out. Don't get startled. Don't get frustrated.
Like when you're taking your NCLEX, whatever the fuck it is.
If you can say the word good,
Okay, I guess the 9/11 jumpers weren't.
guess what? It means you're still alive.
Okay,
It means you're still breathing.
Okay, they definitely weren't alive. They definitely weren't breathing.
And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you.
Yeah, it's fun.
So get up,
Yes.
dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage,
Get after it.
and go out on the attack.
Attack. Engage. Recalibrate. Jocko. Renig and euchre. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Lady shot by ICE, last name. Good. Her name was Good, you dick. Amy says, Irvine, tell you your Jeep is fucked. Good. Re-engage. Recalibrate. Repossess. Repurpose. Good. Buy your own car back? Good. $180,000 upside down on a piece of shit RV? Fucking good. Okay. There's also a moment in time, speaking of that moment, when Joe Rogan took the Jocko Good and played it. Nick, who did he play it for again? The guy, the singer whose his daughter she's fucked up. She's very ill or something bad happened to her. Was it Everlast? Joe Rogan and Everlast? And he's like, yeah, Everlast. Yeah, I know you're having a hard time, but watch this. reminder, Joe Rogan interrupted Everlast's story about his kid dying with cancer to show him a video of Jocko
Find a Planet
Willink.
Fitness near you for one.
Fuck. Now, there's not a clip. There's just the whole episode. I think the kid had cystic fibrosis. So I don't God damn. That's essentially what happened. Oh, yeah, you're having... Oh, yeah, she's sick. Hey, you know what? Look on the bright side. Here, I'll play you this thing from Jocko telling you that it's good. The key on the Jocko thing is he says, if you're still breathing, that means you got some fight left in you. That means you can re-engage, recalibrate, recoup, reiterate. Well, no, so the kid perished. Asshole. Man Bun Chris writes, yeah, hey, thanks, Joe. She still has cystic fibrosis, but we sure are in a better spot mentally now because of this YouTube video. New Beck says, I took care of cystic fibrosis patients who got lung transplants. Not everyone gets one. I know what you mean there. All right, hang on. I have so much more to get to. Today's been a high ADHD day for me, and I hope it's still worth listening to. There is a new documentary coming out about Nick Saban. And if anyone has ever paid attention to this show for any amount of time, you know that murder lover Linda, who is here, and she sent this to me, she is an amazingly big fan of Nick Saban. Now, I don't know. Was it his appearance at first that made you fall in love with him? Is it just I just love him like it's not physical? Because I think it actually is. It's an attraction to his whole being, his brains, his abilities, his leadership qualities, how he is a presenter, his success. Okay. Newbeck says, I need a refresher. Who is he? Well, he is a football coach, a retired football coach. And unbelievable success at the college level, and he coached Alabama and LSU and was able to have national championship season after national championship season. And he's an older guy. In fact, let me type Nick Saban handsome. He was in the movie The Blind Side. Let's get that scene. And I think Linda's love for him is kind of like covered by what's her name? Sandra Bullock's character. Linda says he's only 16 years older than me. Okay, here he is. He's in the film. And he is he's coming to try he's trying to get the kid to come to whatever college he was coaching at the time.
I got it, guys. Coach, how are you? Come in. Sean Toohey. Sean? Nick Saban. Nice to meet you.
Sorry about the audio.
It's a pleasure. Appreciate the opportunity to come in your home. It's my daughter, Collins.
Hi, pleasure to meet you.
And you must be Leanne.
That would be me, Coach Saban.
Nice to meet you. Just call me Nick. Well, this is an incredible home. The Windsor balances are a nice touch.
Well, thank you. You obviously have excellent taste.
Well, we appreciate quality and recognize it when we see it.
Michael, why don't you come in here and say hello to Coach Saban?
Okay, you notice how they're focusing on her face there, and she's got all those little kind of like ticks going on because she's, and you're wondering, like, as a viewer, you don't know what's wrong. What's she doing? What's happening there?
And you must be SK.
It's me. Michael, why don't you and Nick go into the living room and talk?
Can I sit down? Absolutely. We'll recruit to both of you.
Hi. I find him extremely handsome.
Yeah, I'm right here, Lena.
Yeah, I know.
That's Linda.
So, Michael.
I find him. Now, that was like 20 years ago. So, Linda said she's 16 years younger than him. Now, right now, Nick Saban is, I think, 99. David in Hudsonville says Sandra Bullock is a hottie. She is. She's so pretty. My God. Okay. I'm uncomfortable with Spooky Tyler's comment. Just saying the name Nick Saban causes Linda to climax. Yeah, I don't want to think about that. It's like she's my sister. You sick fuck. Why is this all coming up? Well, there is a documentary about Nick Saban that is getting ready to hit, and Linda sent it to me, and she is just in love with him. Linda doesn't say as to why, how this all started. Loved him since 1995. Okay, I don't know. Maybe he was at Michigan State then.
He was seen as brilliant, difficult.
You think you played Alabama football today?
Ambitious.
Has anybody ever given you anything in your life?
He cares
Yeah, boosters give these guys millions of dollars.
about the person.
Nick Saban is
Heartless
the
dude.
face of college football.
Scariest man in college football. Greatest coach in any sport. There'll never be another Nick Saban.
Is this where you want me?
My favorite is is it Airbnb Verbo? The Nick Saban Verbo commercials.
Is there a pool?
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
Have a seat. As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. There's no streaming, only cable television.
Any games for the kids?
No games, no fun. The kids aren't even allowed in the house. That's the rule. There's a great barbecue outside, but don't touch that. How'd you guys get inside? 2 flush maximum per bathroom visit.
Yes, Coach.
You guys got about 10 minutes because this is daddy time in the tub.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other
That's awesome. I like Saban. I like picking on Linda to get her pissed off about Saban. Linda says, I went to Alabama twice to see him and once to Dallas to see him beat Michigan State in a playoff game. That hurt. I'm much more devoted to, and then it cuts off. Piano Fingerbanger says the best thing about that ad is he didn't have to act at all. His in the Verbo commercial, he was very natural, but in The Blind Side, you could tell he was stiff. The video of Miss Terry yelling at him to sit up is hilarious. I don't have that one. Hold on a second. Darla. She's not supposed to lick his ears. So, oh my God. So that's going to be something. I mean, and I don't even know when that is. I might have missed it. It might have said on there when this Nick Saban thing hits. I'm sure she knows it. And, all right, there's a pretty good chance that she's going to be doing her nails when she's watching that. I'm just guessing. Here are Josh and Jace crossing the Mackinac Bridge. They finally got to the Mackinac Bridge, and this is how they went. It's a 6-part docuseries. They haven't said when it comes out. Jace and Josh, the two dudes from England that are seeing all the sights of Michigan and their reactions. I'm getting more and more of people either love these two or they hate them. New Beck says, I feel so bad for his pain. So you know who he is. Yikes, tubing is rough. Yeah, he hurt his back, but I guess he's okay. And here he is checking out the Mackinac Bridge.
You can see the lake through the bridge.
There's genuinely gaps in the bridge.
What? There! You can see through the bridge, and you can see the lake.
They've run out of tarmac?
How is that safe? Why is the bridge talking to us?
Okay, they're on the grates.
Some noise is coming from this bridge.
That's mental. I want to get out and have a look at the edge of the bridge.
No, don't do that.
I'm going to do it. Hold on. You can see the lake through the bridge. Guys, we can see.
Let me back up. This is okay. So they've been having a hard time.
So you've been waiting for a decision on the Josh and Jace journey. We've decided we're going to continue. We're going to head to the UP, and what we're going to cross, Jace? We're going to cross the Mackinac Bridge. This bridge has been heavily recommended. Bit of a cold and a pulled back's not going to stop us. We're Michiganders now. We are Michiganders. The journey continues. See you soon at the UP. So you've been waiting for a decision.
Okay.
Michigan, the moment has arrived.
We're about to do it.
We're about to cross the Mackinac Bridge for the first time.
No, it's the bridge.
Oh, it's the bridge.
The bridge.
We're about to go across the bridge.
I'm scared.
See you on the other side. Michigan, Guys, we can see it. It is massive.
The bridge to heaven.
What? Look at it. It's beautiful but terrifying at the same time.
They're like the embodiment of fucking Merry and Pippin. Who knows that reference?
Same time.
When does it end?
The real life embodiment.
How long is it? It looks like it goes
I
on
loved them when they were hanging out with the Ents.
forever. Look what we can see out of our window.
Look down there.
Look.
That's something out of the apocalypse.
That's crazy.
This is something out of the apocalypse. It's frozen Lake Huron.
That is insane. Guys.
Oh my God. I don't know why I like these guys so much. Because I would normally hate this. This is something that I should hate. All right? So, this is fantastic. Since we started talking about this, it was, let's see. They've done all these videos. 3, 5, 7 per row. So 12, 19, 26, 33, 40 videos. And you're looking at 4.3 million, anywhere from 7.9 million, 8.5 million. And that's just on Facebook. They're featured on TikTok as well. Let me just see if I can come up with some numbers here. How much can, let's just say 6 million. How much can 6 million real views earn? All right, it says this is terrible. It says anywhere from nothing to thousands of dollars. Brand deals. This is often the biggest earner where brands pay for product placement or mentions. They don't do that. Some creators earn very little directly for views, with one user getting only $24 from 1.5 million views through bonuses. Okay. There's no way, because there's no products there, which is shocking to me, because for that many views, they could be wearing a shirt or with a logo on it, or just have a bug in the corner of the video that's simple to place. They should have those types of ads in there. I'm not sure why it hasn't been offered to them. But for 47 videos since they got into Michigan last week and a half, that should be earning some substantial money for the amount of views that they're getting. So I don't know if they're doing it right. Maybe they are. But I'm reasonably sure that they're not getting that wealthy off of this shit, because if they are, they're doing a good job of hiding it. You know, some people earn it and they don't. What may be good for them is perpetuating the idea that they aren't really making any money. They're making just enough to get to the next town. Donko says they're probably just a couple of dipshits out of Ohio speaking with fake British accents. Tyler says that is a great reference. David in Hudsonville says Mary and Pippin were better than these two. Alan says someone should tell them to go visit Larry Nasser. New Beck says they should get a ride with the U.S. Coast Guard icebreakers. All right. I still like them. I'm guessing it's that they're not dipshits from Ohio with a fake accent. For new audience member Becca, who's like the shiny new toy, you're like, what are you doing, Easy? I'm doing a yoga maneuver, trying to loosen up my hips and my butt, because I'm seated for so long every day that I need this type of. In some days, this is my only physical activity, which is one of the reasons why I'm so fat now. We have the asshole of the day moments from now. If you have any suggestions, by all means. I have no idea who it could possibly be, because when I'm doing the show, I rarely take notes or anything as I talk, so I couldn't even tell you who we talked about. And I don't know if we talked about anybody with asshole-ish behavior. The only one I can think of with asshole-ish behavior that I talked about would have been Joe Rogan, but that's that happened a long time ago. Thank you to Kuiper Tree Care. If you are in West Michigan and you ever need to get rid of unwanted trees, my sponsor, Kuiper Tree Care, can help you out. They'll get rid of your unwanted trees that may have, almost fell down, grown past their prime, and they can grind the stumps. They can trim the trees. And not only that, they have tree risk assessment with their 3 certified arborists to make it easy to tell if there's really anything wrong with your trees. Kuiper, KuiperTreeCare.com for more information. You can call, you can text. They are the best. Megan says, will Kuiper Tree Care take care of the exploding trees? Yes. So being that it's going to get so cold, what she's referencing is there is a chance that in some parts of the U.S., maybe not around here, but in places like northern Minnesota, North Dakota, it could be so cold that the trees explode. We've got nominations for free beer. Why is he? Is it just like a long heritage award? Is that what you're suggesting? Eric Zane's vet, big vet, asshole of the day. I like that. Big vet is the asshole of the day. Congrats to them. Remember, New Beck, episode 940, and an email. Thank you for being here. I always love when we get new people on the show. That is my time for today. I will have the Patreon podcast a little later on. And I have kind of a preview. I have, I'll tell you this. Not that long ago, I was introduced to local rapper Sonny Ski. In fact, I embarrassed him and myself when I introduced him to the crowd as Sonny Sky. And he actually rolled with it. It was an accident. He got on the mic. This is at the Grand Rapids Gold game. And he goes, hey, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sonny Sky. And here I go. And then he did his rap. It didn't sound as shitty as I just did it. He was actually very fluid with it. And then he kind of worked it into his freestyle. Like he was wrapping up his rap. And how did he do it? He goes, it's Sonny Ski, not Sonny Sky. Eric Zane can fucking die or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it was. But he kind of worked it into his rap. And then he did it again later. So that might be his thing now. Anyway, they just did a big interview with him on the local news, Sonny Ski. So thank you to Man Bun Chris for sending that one along. I can't wait to share it with you. We might have the next Eminem. That's it. I'm Sonny Ski, not Sonny Sky, spelled with an I, not a Y. He actually said that. My God. All right. That is going to do it for this free podcast. I'll talk to you later. I'll have that for you coming up on the Patreon bonus podcast when we reconvene at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Otherwise, I will join you tomorrow here on the free platform, Twitch. But don't forget, set a reminder on your phone. The show starts at 9 a.m. on Fridays, not 10 a.m. 9 a.m. start time on Fridays. Okay, talk to you later, and bye-bye.